I did a recent video about what is wrong with the RV industry, and boy did I touch a nerve. Welcome to the channel. I'm Liz, and I have been doing videos about the good and bad of the RV industry. Well, a recent video I did got a lot of attention. In fact, in the first 2 weeks, it had over 200,000 views. And that was a video I did after going to the Quartzsite RV show. I compared the new RVs that I saw with a 10-year-old toy hauler. The difference was unbelievable. The three reasons I gave for the decline in the RV industry were: 1, to maximize profits; 2, to reduce weight so they could add more bells and whistles; and 3, COVID and all the supply chain and worker shortage that caused. And then you weighed in with a ton of really good, thoughtful, and entertaining comments. So one running theme that I got in the comments was to blame the workers. I heard that it's Mexicans, it's people on meth, it's immigrants, it's prisoners building these RVs. Well, I just have to say, 1, it's not the workers. There's no reason to blame the workers because it's on management, it's on the higher ups. They should never let poor quality out the door. The vast majority of RVs made in this country are made in Elkhart, Indiana. When I toured the plant, most of the workforce was Amish. I believe that's still the case today. If you've toured one of the factories recently, or if you live in Elkhart, or you even happen to work at an RV manufacturer, let me know what the workforce is. I can't believe that it's changed that much in the last couple years, but if it has, I'd love to hear from you. But even so, I don't think that we can blame the workers. It's on management. They should never, ever let poor quality out the door. Some people commented that the pay is too low. Well, the starting pay is $20, even $25 an hour. I don't think that's too shabby when you consider the cost of living in Elkhart is pretty low. Another reason for what the heck happened to the RV industry is someone wrote, "No foreign competition." How right you are. Some of us are old enough to remember in the 70s and the automotive industry was not really putting out a lot of good quality, and then foreign competition stepped in. So it used to be the big three, and then Toyota and Honda and others stepped in, and everyone had to up their game. Also, the automotive industry got regulated. That might be what needs to happen with the RV industry, although honestly, I doubt that will happen. Several of you commented that, hey, they're rolling earthquakes. Of course they're going to fall apart going down the road. Well, honestly, it doesn't have to be that way. I had a neighbor with a 2018 Solitude. His held together even through Alaska. I had a 2020 Solitude and it kept falling apart every time I opened the door. So the manufacturers know how to build them that way. Just for whatever reason, lately they haven't been doing it. I really think it takes us pushing back on the RV manufacturers, demanding quality. We used to have that good quality. We need that good quality again. Before I go any further, let me show you where I've been recently. I was at the Jellystone campground in Wichita Falls, Texas. This is a destination campground with a water park. This is the perfect place for the kid in you or to bring your kids or grandkids. There's also pools, putt-putt, an arcade, train rides, a store, lodge, planned activities, hay rides, and even a fishing pond. I have been on the road as a full-time RVer for over 5 years, and for the last 2.5 years I've been using RV TripWizard, and that's how I found Jellystone Campground. RV TripWizard makes trip planning so easy. You just enter in your destination, and there's even a radius, so it will show you campgrounds. Let's say if you're going to travel 250 miles a day or 300 miles a day, you can set the radius for that, and it will help find you campgrounds on the route. You can look at reviews, check the weather, and even sort it for amenities. For example, if you want to have full hookups. If you're interested in RV TripWizard, don't pay full price. I can get you 25% off. Just use the special link in the description and you'll get a free 7-day trial. Here's another good point. The prices on RVs have risen much faster than inflation. In that video, I used the comparison of a 10-year-old toy hauler. The couple paid $67,000 for it brand new, that in today's dollars would be $88,000. Well, I challenge you to find a toy hauler. This one had solid wood. It was well built find one for $88,000 that's brand new. It's just not out there. Maybe it's a wood shortage. I don't know what it is, but if you know why the RV prices have risen so dramatically, let me know in the comments. I got comments about the length of the warranty. You can buy a car and you can get a 10-year warranty, brand new, out the door, and off you go. RVs have a 1-year warranty typically. That is just not good enough. I think we need to challenge the RV makers to give us a longer warranty. I mean, that tells you a lot right there. If they say only a year, what are they really saying? It's like they know it's just not going to last very long. I recommend that you buy used. It's probably not a good time to buy new, certainly not if it's coming out of Elkhart right now. And I actually, in that video, named names. I gave years and some brands that I recommend that you look for in towables, Class A's and Class C's. And I got a lot of comments back about, oh, what about the 10-year rule? Well, the 10-year rule, honestly, I have very, very rarely seen it. The 10-year rule is that supposedly campgrounds won't let you in if your RV is 10 years old. Well, I can tell you I've been traveling the country full time for 5 years. I started out in a 2004 Chinook camper van. That was in 2018. Now for the last year and a half, I have a 2005 Alpha motorhome. I have only in all that time encountered the 10-year rule like 3 times. And in each of those cases, all they want is a photo of the rig and then they let me in. So if you are buying used and it's over 10 years old or coming close to 10 years old, I recommend that you don't buy an eyesore. There are even some snooty campgrounds out there that only allow motorhomes, and I'm sure they have to be high-end ones and probably pretty new too. If you do come across a campground that won't let you in, I'm sure there'll be 20 more in that area that will let you in. So it's not a problem at all. Several people were singing my tune of get an inspection. Yes, if you buy new or used, I always recommend that you get an inspection. People can and do trade in their problems on used, and we know that the industry isn't doing that great right now with quality, so you need to get an inspection on new. Don't let a dealer tell you that you can't have an inspector or that their inspectors will inspect it. You need an outside party doing the inspection. For whatever reason, I got comments of people saying an RV is not an investment. Well, you're right. It's not an investment. It's a way to build memories with your kids or your grandkids or your spouse. It's a wonderful way to see the country. I've been doing it for over 5 years now, and I really love it. It's not for everyone, but if it calls you, like I always say, I hope you come out here and give it a try. Several people commented, well, hey, if you only have a couple weeks vacation, why don't you just skip the RV and stay in a hotel? Well, that's a totally different experience. I started doing this life as a weekend warrior in the late 80s. We got to use our camper in season in Kentucky, and then we did some big trips. It was definitely worth it for us, but it was family time. We did a lot of really good bonding. Someone had a boat, we went boating, we sat around the campfire, we played cards, we played games. It was really a lot of fun. The camping experience is exactly that. It's an experience. It's totally different from a hotel. It's not for everyone though, so you might want to think about renting before buying. The reason I'm making these videos is to hold the RV manufacturers' feet to the fire. They're not going to stay in business if they keep putting out poor quality and then not taking care of the customer when they come back with problems. There is such a hunger for an RV manufacturer to put out good quality and stand by their customers. If they just do those two things, I really think there's going to be a line out the door. I'm really proud of the fact that for the first 4 years as a YouTuber, I answered every single comment. I really got to know you. We had a lot of conversations back and forth. I looked forward to seeing your comments and reading your comments and talking to you every single week. Well, now I am reading every single comment, but for the last 6 months, I have not been able to answer them. I actually get over 1,000 comments a week. If you miss talking to me, you miss hearing from me, know that I'm reading your comments. And if you want to hear from me, join my Patreon. I have a Patreon community. If you believe in what I'm doing and you want to support me, join the Patreon. It's only like $5 or $10 a month. Just go to patreon.com/LizAmazing and I'll see you there, and I promise I'll answer your comment there. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comments any tips that you have for someone shopping for an RV, whether it's new or used. And if RV life is calling you, I hope you come out here and give it a try.